Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Tinky
We're
says hello.
live. There's Tink.
Tink.
Welcome to
Hello.
the Great Awakening Hour. I'm Gregg, and I'm joined by my hottest goddess, the
Yes,
love
you
of
have.
my life,
Yes.
my wife, my beautiful, beautiful wife, Allie. Hi, baby.
Hello, my darling. I'm
Oh.
a bit in love with you. Did you know?
I always tell Allie that I just need some time to soak you in. And I just
Yeah.
look at her and feel her, and it's just magical. Yeah.
Yeah. It's lovely.
As
Tinky
I'm doing
likes to soak it in as well.
right. Aw. Yeah, she always pops up.
It does. As soon as she hears your voice, that's it.
She does. Aw. Hi, Tink.
Having it.
She's so pretty.
Enjoying a scratch.
I'll bite my
So,
lip on that one.
so this is the Great Awakening Hour here. Great
Yeah.
Awakening Hour. What's the topic, my darling?
We're going to be talking about star seeds and their human origins. And yeah, looking forward to that. Next week, we're going to be talking about cosmic wild cards, things that will trigger the awakening, the transformation. So, got some great topics coming up. But first, let's say hi to everyone, and let's go right through this list here. We have Patrice, and Star, Jeremiah, Lori Jacobs, Lisa, of course, Jeremiah. Uh,
Yeah.
Seeking New Direction. Is that a new name?
Seeking new direction. Mm.
Yeah. Welcome aboard. Thanks for joining
Hello.
us. And there's Chrissy, and I should click on the names Chrissy and Martel. There's
It is a
Patrice.
new collar for Tinky.
There's a new collar for Tinky. There's Mel. How are you? Martel. Um, Starfeather. Rob.
Hello.
Uh, Chrissy liked
There.
and shared.
Oh, let's get that going.
Get her done.
Get it going. So, Chrissy, 37 and 38, Chrissy.
Even Tink gets a hello.
Martel, you won, darling. You won the first draw that we did. You're the last person for me to get in contact with. No, there's one other person, but with a name that obscure. But anyway, reach out to me on the website. Contact me on the website, or if we're friends on Facebook, and I'll send you the availability. But you won a 30-minute reading. If you don't need a reading, then I can send you a mystery gift. So, yeah, but you won. We've been waiting to see your name pop up. Yeah. If people are wondering what that is, anytime somebody shares, likes, or subscribes, if you share in multiple places, then you just put share, or share times 10, like some people here, like we love. Linda does that, bless her. Then I'll put your name down in multiple numbers. And also, we have the healing list going, healing and wishes. Look at that, wishes. So if there's something that you really, really are wishing for, and you want a bit of extra energy sent to it, then just let me know your name and initial, or relatives, or your pets, or anything like that.
How many pages are we on?
With the healing list, 44.
Holy mackerel.
It's
That's
been going
something.
January 2004, last year, wasn't it? 2024, last year. So it's been going in a year. Yeah.
And who are the regulars that you put on there?
Me and you and Mum first every time. Well, not first every time. I mean, this one isn't first every time. With these, but we're on there every time. People that I know need it every time. Yeah, so yeah, I like to. If when I'm doing a reading, I stop the reading and put their name on there if they're talking about a relative or somebody that's not very well. Mm-hmm.
I love you. I love you so much because of your heart and the intention and all the love that you put into those lists,
Oh,
and
thank you, baby.
many other more reasons. Um,
Thank you, baby.
you're welcome. It's true. Speaking of which, Trilateral Commission. Didn't know that you two were married. Since when?
Well, not really. We're married as much as we're gonna ever be. I mean, really, we do the rings and things, but we had to have a blessing in the end because it was during COVID. We were trying to get details of how much notice we had to give, and we had every intention. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to get married, but we couldn't find anything, and we decided we were going to go with a registrar, and we were going to do it. And so we did. So as far as we're concerned, we are married, but
Yep.
officially, legally, not. But we don't need that. So yeah,
Not at all.
yeah.
And just yeah, this is. Let me see if I can get a better. This is a picture of Allie and me getting married. Look how gorgeous she is.
No,
Oh, I was so nervous.
me too.
And
Petrified.
this was one of my anniversary gifts to Allie. Um, it's an image, and you can't really see it too well, but if you zoomed in on it, you would see that it has our vows on there. That's written all over this, and this was for our first anniversary. We got married on November 5th in 2021. So gosh, it's 2025. Our fourth anniversary is coming up. This was the first one. Happy anniversary to the woman of my dreams. Literally, in my opinion, the best love story ever. And that's what I said. In my opinion, our love story is the greatest love story ever told, despite being thousands of miles apart and separated by the Atlantic Ocean. You traveled through time and dimensions to meet me in my dreams in 2008. Because I saw you in my dreams, I didn't think you incarnated with me. At the time, I thought you were on the other side of the veil. In 2020, I had a beach meetup with Todd Medina from Sology. While going over Todd's friends list and making sure that I had friended any of his friends that sent me a friend request, I saw you even though you hadn't sent me a friend request, had not sent me a friend request at the time, didn't know who I was or what an In5D is. You took my breath away. More importantly, I knew you had incarnated to this planet. Now it was my turn to find you. I followed you on YouTube and friended you on Facebook. I commented on all your videos and even made a website for you. Eventually, I booked a session with you that went on for hours, but yet I still couldn't tell you that I had seen you in my dreams and knew that you were my other half, my twin flame. Then it finally kicked in when I told you I believe in you. I do. I've told you that in every lifetime we've shared, and once again, it brought back those memories. You finally figured out for yourself who I was and what our relationship has always been. You remembered me telling you that in previous lifetimes, despite the astronomical odds against us, we found one another. We've given hope to others that despite being apart for miles or even countries, true love will find you, perhaps even in your dreams. You have been the perfect addition to my personal family as well as to our In5D family. and we are all grateful to be part of your life. You and your family have been the perfect additions to my life, and I'm grateful for all of you, but especially you. Happy first anniversary, my love, and may we have many, many more together. I love you. I'm forever yours, my love. P.S. The picture says 1,000 words. Look real close at this picture. Embedded, I embedded our vows into it. And that's the love of my life right there.
That was lovely. Just an amazing, amazing day. And we literally had to chuck that together. It was on a shoestring. So excuse all the things that weren't perfect. 2 months, I think we did that in 2 months. And yeah, but we did it. We, we did it.
An amazing day and night and lifetime.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so lucky.
Jake and Nikki got us a night at this really old hotel. Of course, there was no lifts there, so it was like after all of that walking, and then we had walked up the stairs. But once we were in that room, my goodness, that room was just beautiful, wasn't it?
It was, and we didn't leave. We ordered room service,
We
and
did. We just had room service, and and we had an extra night, didn't we? So thanks to Mum and Jim, who's in spirit as well, and other people got us an extra night. So we're so grateful for that. Yeah, it was lovely.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm a lucky guy.
I'm a lucky gal. I am.
So yeah, we are very happily married, and God, like I said, I am so lucky and grateful that you traveled through time and dimensions to find me way back in 2008.
Yeah, 2008, very important year for me, because I started my shop, my business. I registered my business with the tax office to say it was an official business. Guiding Angels. It was my official business. Mm.
What's interesting too about that the year numerology breaks down to a one, new beginnings.
Oh yeah. Mm.
Speaking of numerology, today is 999, at least here in the United States for a little while longer. Um, 9 September, 9 the day, and 2025, 2 plus 2 plus 5, 999. So
Wow.
completion. We're completing something today. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
There's Mary, Patrice's sister.
Hi, Mary.
And speaking of Patrice, she's asking, is that a new collar for Tink?
It is, because Tink shot across the main road out here the other day, and I was very angry. It was like, oh my God. So she had to have a very clear collar, because I've lost cats before. Barbara, I saw your message earlier. If you give me your email address, send it to Gregg, or somehow give me your email address. I'll sort out your reading. I'll even just record it for you and then send it to you. I've got you, Martel. I've got you. Okay. And I went down the list and added on more as well.
There's a new one, new name, Jana Zabo. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Hi, you two lovelies. This is Jana Zabo from Woodby Island.
Woodby Island. Okay, where's that?
We'll have to leave in 20 minutes. Yeah, let us know where Woodby Island. I've never heard of it.
No.
It sounds pretty.
Okay.
It must. Yeah. Well, welcome aboard. Thank you for being here and joining in.
Welcome. Yeah. So seeking new direction is Sandy. It's our Sandy. Hello, Sandy.
Oh, awesome. Hi, Sandy.
Yeah.
There's Cat joining us. Mel D. Light.
I've got you, Mel D. I've got you.
Oh, you're right ahead. You went ahead of me. Okay.
Yes.
Deb Porter.
Only with the likes and shares thing.
Okay. Gotcha. And Patrice liked the show. You already got that.
I got you down for 42, 43.
Seeking New Direction is a new name. It's Sandy. There we go.
Yeah.
Hi, Sandy. It's a new name for me. I don't remember seeing you as Seeking New Direction, but we'll remember that though.
I do. I do. Yeah.
We went up to the tip of the thumb for a couple of days last week. The tip of the thumb. I don't get it.
Where's the
Did I
tip of
miss
the
something?
thumb?
Did I miss something?
No.
Just give my
Wants
reading to
me to
someone
give a
else.
reading to someone else, and this is what I said. Just email me.
Right.
Um, PsychicAlly121 @gmail.com. That's my email address. If you want to reach out to me, Barbara, PsychicAlly, one word, number two, number one @gmail.com.
Wouldn't it be easier if you just had hottest goddess at gmail.com?
No, no.
I think it would be.
We better get on with our topic soon, my darling,
I
because
know. Yes.
hello,
Hi,
Lise.
to Lise.
Can I go and
You
get some
already got.
painkillers while you just do this quickly?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll skip over the likes and shares because you already got them. And there's Linda. How are you? And Coffee Dogs and Spirit Rods. Welcome back again. Good to see you here. Remember the 5th of November. Yeah, it's oh, what's that guy's name? The face of Anonymous. I can't remember the name of that. It's a holiday in Europe. Uh, yeah, I can't remember the guy's name. Sorry. How are you doing? You sound funny. I do? That sucks. Maybe I need to pull this closer. Is that better? People said that one week too. And I went back and listened to the replay and it was fine. I don't get it. It was only funny on the other end. I don't know. But thank you for pointing that out. Hopefully, let me know in the chat, please. I did pull it a little closer. It was a beautiful union wedding. Yeah, it was. I was happy to join you online for much of it. Thank you. It was beautiful. Oh, I'm going to cry. Oh, it's a happy cry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aw, thank you, Lisa. I think it was too.
It might not have had all the frills and all the fancy, but there was a lot of love there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, great. So I've just gone to get my painkillers.
Go! Go get them again.
I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are.
Okay. Hope you make it back soon. Find them. You had matching hairdos, says Susie. Yeah, we kind of did. Everything is always perfect for you. I hope so. I hope it's perfect for everyone. Lorraine says hi to you, Allie, while you're looking for your medication. There's Vera. I thought Allie was going to say that room was rocking. Vera Sheridan like. I see Allie just got back to her chair. So, yes, it is correct. Washington Street. Oh, Washington State. Okay, gotcha. You're on the other coast. West Coast, north part of Washington is what would be Island. All right. Learn something new every day. Welcome aboard. And there's a new name, Lisa Allen MH. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Allie will be here shortly. And Allie, I know, is in the area. So Jeremiah liked and shared. Allie, I can see off screen. And Allie's, this is from Lorraine Taylor. This is Lorraine. Just to tell everybody, they must get a reading from Allie. I agree. As she is awesome. Allie, I'm seeing lots of magpies, and I've had lots of confirmation from Spirit. This is relevant. Allie is amazing. I can't say enough good things about getting a reading from Allie. She's the best, in my opinion. Oh, I get it now. Because yeah, people say, where in Michigan are you from? And well, they'll point to like a place on their hand. Okay, you're up in the thumb. I gotcha. That makes sense.
Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you so much. I've honestly I've had some wonderful readings, and this just boosts me again to keep my prices low. It really does, because I don't want to just read for people who are rich enough to afford a reading. I want to read for real people. Not that they're not real, but I want the mixture of everybody. Do you know what I mean? Not just a certain few. Yeah.
Oh gosh. A couple weeks ago, I had a tire go flat, and Patrice had a tire blow out on the highway. Wow, that is scary. You live to tell about it, and we're all grateful for that. Jeremiah
Yeah.
shared, so did Lisa. Did you get all that?
Okay. Yeah.
Linda shared 6 times and liked.
Hold on a minute. I can't go quicker than I'm going. Lisa liked and shared.
Yep.
And that was Linda. Yeah.
Yep.
6 times and likes. That's 7, isn't it?
Yeah. And you got Jeremiah liked and shared.
I got Jeremiah.
Guy Fawkes. That's who I was thinking of. Thank you. People corrected me on that, and I appreciate that.
Up to 56. Yes.
Tomorrow,
I can't find any painkillers, so that's going to be just marvelous.
Great. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow's numbers. I'm not sure what that means. Today's numbers are 999. Tomorrow will be 919. Isn't it interesting with numbers? I noticed, Trump was president 45 and 47. 9.
He always says 45-47. 45 through to 47.
But do the numbers on that. 4 and 5 is 9. 4 and 7, 11. 9, 11.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And people are saying we sound fine. You sound tired, not yourself. Do I sound tired?
No, love. No. Relaxed. I'd say relaxed and kind of enjoying being with family. Yeah.
Well, Allie has that effect on me. She makes me yawn.
I'm so sorry.
Not at all. Not at all. There's Sharon. How are you, Sharon?
Sharon.
We could do this all night. And
we can.
We probably could, but we're gonna have to get to our topic eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about star seeds and our origins. What do you guys think? Did we come here from Adam and Eve? Did we all come from Adam and Eve, or did the Anunnaki create various races, or were we seeded here by various star nations? And is that why we have all these different blood types and RH values and ethnicities and languages? What do you think?
For me, I can only go with what my guides tell me, and it feels right to me that we were created originally from, but they say from what they look like as well. So I feel that the ancient Egyptian god energy, they created slave workers, and the slave workers basically became intelligent. It was like they evolved spiritually and said F this, and they then became their own people, but they still worshipped the gods, but they were no longer slaves. So, you know, I tend to agree with that, but there was something else that happened as well. That's not the only story. I do believe there's other stories as well. Your version as well, your story does ring a bell with me as well. Yes.
Did they literally say F this?
I think so. I think so.
Okay. My belief is that because there are 4 different blood types, two different RH values, it's impossible to get all this variation from Adam and Eve. It's impossible. You can't do it. But through the Sumerian texts, we've learned that the Anunnaki created a number of slave races. The third and final race that they created, they called the Adama race, and that's where we get the story of Adam and Eve. Adama, Adam. So that makes sense, and that would help explain not only the Bible and their stories, but religion, and how they value, like the Roman Catholic Church has more gold than any other entity on the planet. Why? Well, that's what the Anunnaki had their slaves mining for them. And the story goes to protect their environment for Nibiru, but was it really a cover for the Roman Catholic Church to hoard all this gold for the Anunnaki? Kind of like they are the Anunnaki's banker, but the Anunnaki are the overlords that say, "Hey, we need to make a withdrawal right now." The other possibility is that we were seeded here from various star nations. Actually, there's a final possibility, a combination of all of these, and that's what I believe.
That's what I believe.
That we were seeded here by various star nations, and that explains blood types, ethnicity, race, language. If every language on Earth was a star language, would that make sense? It makes complete sense. But this is the stuff they don't talk about or teach you in school. But it makes more sense than anything that they teach us.
Yeah. Yeah. There was just one of those little clips, those little reels. And this man was talking to an ancient tribe, hadn't changed, still, didn't wear much clothing, and they still had spears, and they lived off the land, and very, very kind of primitive, but that's their choice. And the way that they said, "What is your name?" Their name was sounds. It wasn't an actual like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Clicking.
And so could that then be the light language part of it? Because a lot of people are starting with light language now. Hallie does it. She can do it.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And people don't talk about all these other races, like the Dogon tribe, who knew about Sagittarius B long before it was even discovered, or the Mayans, who were visited by Quetzalcoatl and taught them mathematics, agriculture, and all this other stuff. The Mayans were the ones that invented the number 0, but apparently if you look at the Pleiades, one of the 7 sisters' name is Maya, M-A-I-A, Maya, aka Mayans. Did Quetzalcoatl come from the Pleiades? And is that why one of the 7 sisters' name is Maya? Makes you wonder. and it just goes on and on. There's so many other ways. I don't buy into so many religion stories, but especially the Adam and Eve one. And I learned about the whole thing, you know, a lot of this stuff through like David Icke and Jordan Maxwell, um, Sitchin, and there's so many wonderful people out there that have um, dedicated their lives to uncovering this information. And it's our job, to pass on this information that we find, and your job to listen and just dissect it. If you agree, great. If you don't, great. If you're religious and believe that is the gospel truth, that's great too. We're not here to bend your arm or or convince you of anything. Just use your own discernment.
There can still be a mixture. A lot of people can say, because I believe that some of those Bible stories are absolutely true stories, that they did happen. And how do we know that Jesus didn't actually have extraterrestrial energy and could create, could walk on water and could do all of these miracles and healing and things like that? How do we know? I mean, I think sometimes we just have to be open to, we won't actually know until we go over there.
I like what Jordan Maxwell said. He explained the walking on water thing the best as I've ever heard. He said it's a metaphor. The sun, SON and SUN, as the sun sets over the water, it creates a reflection. That's the metaphor for the sun walking on water. It makes perfect sense to me. There's a great comment. A lot of comments are starting to come in. This is great. I appreciate all of them. Lorraine is saying we originally had 12-stranded DNA, but we couldn't be controlled, so they dumbed us down. Still doing that. And put a worship gene, so in latter generations we would see them as gods. It's more complicated than this. This is simplified. Yeah. And that's a good point. Another good point, synonymous to your point, Lorraine, is that we have 64 codons in our DNA and only 20 are activated. Is it possible that the Anunnaki specifically removed codons or made certain codons inactive? Imagine if all 64 codons were activated. And I have several videos on the In5D YouTube channel that gives you a mantra over and over again with ambient music in the background. And one video doesn't have any music, but one does. And it's an hour long. And I listen to that at night before I go to sleep. All the beneficial codons in my DNA are open. I can do anything. I promise to only use these abilities in humanity's best interests. And it just repeats over and over and over again. So, I'm trying to open those codons because I firmly believe, and we need to teach other people this, and that's why I put it out there. If this works, the first thing I'm going to do is lay my hands on Mother Earth and connect to every person on this planet. And if they need healing, they get it instantaneously. If you have those superpowers, you could do that.
So many people would be really ready and willing to be healed. Nobody in their right mind wants to be ill or in pain 24/7. Nobody.
The thing is, I wouldn't want anyone to know that it was me. I just want it to, it was. But then again, they'll say, "Oh, Jesus visited us." No, it wasn't Jesus, but if that's what you want to think, that's okay.
That used to be when we did our affirmations. We used to do affirmations every day, and we used to go through all of our affirmations and change them up as well, swap wording around a bit. And one of them was the codon one, wasn't it?
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. it fascinates me, the whole, we briefly touched on this last week about something's changing within our DNA, and that people are looking younger longer. You're not going to want to hear this, but I bought some cigarettes today, and I know I got carded. I got carded for cigarettes. I turned 65 in next month, and I got carded. And the
What's
woman that,
carded?
huh?
What's carded?
Oh, asked for identification to prove I'm old enough to buy cigarettes.
Oh, I love that. That's so fun. That's good.
And the woman behind the counter, I thanked her. I said, "Thank you so much. I haven't I I haven't been carded in a while, but," I go, "How old are you?" And she said, 32. I said, "You're the same age as my daughter, and you carded me. Thank you, thank you." I couldn't believe it. Carded for cigarettes.
Yeah.
I know it's a horrible habit, but man, that made me feel pretty good.
I bet, baby. I bet.
Yeah,
Well, you do look young. Absolutely, you do.
not with a gray beard going on, for fuck's sake.
Vera, I've got you shared and liked. I've got you there, just so you know, in the chat.
And this is another good point. Thanks for bringing it up, Lise, about our junk DNA. You know, awesome crystalline quantum 5D DNA, 999 portals is anchoring in our crystalline DNA if we accept the gift. But that whole bullshit story that our scientists are telling us about junk DNA, there's no junk DNA. That's the inactive codons that we got to figure out a way to activate them and become those super beings, the humans that we're genetically um, aligned to and have the probability of attaining.
Mm. And Jeremiah, just to let you know that I'm checking the chat just for these reasons. So I've added you again, so you're down for times. And I don't know if this is a new name. Just quickly saying hello to Lisa Allen. Hello.
Lisa,
Yeah, good to see you.
thank you for joining us. I believe that was on YouTube. Pleiades are lovely when stargazing at night, and that's a great point, Cat. It's becoming that time of the year where the Pleiades, you're going to be able to see them at night. And how to see the Pleiades, and you can see them with your bare eye. It'd be easier with a telescope or binoculars. But look for Orion's belt. To the right of Orion's belt, just keep going in that diagonal line. To the right of Orion's belt, you'll see this cluster of stars that's glowing brightly. That's the Pleiades, and this is the time of year you're going to start seeing the Pleiades in the evening here in the northern hemisphere for probably the next 5 or 6 months. So pretty cool. Love the Pleiades.
Oh, Barbara's never sent an email. Oh, Barbara. I don't know how else to get in touch. I just don't know. If you're friends with Gregg on Facebook, then you can send him a message, and I can send him the details. We can do it that way.
A lot of believers of various forms of Jesus. He was in India. Some believe, and some say he was a hybrid. Yeah, he was married and had children. My understanding is that there was a man. Well, a lot of people were expecting the second the coming of the Messiah, and they all were vying to be the first religion to put it out there that they had the Messiah or they had knowledge of it. And that's when the Council of Nicaea got together and they created the Jesus character as a unified collective based on Ben Yosef. What the heck's his name? Yeshua Ben Yosef. There wasn't. My understanding is that there was an actual Jesus, Yeshua, and he was a rebel. he did marry Mary Magdalene, and they they moved to France, I believe, and they lived out their lives. But the story was based on that, because you can't find anything that was written until what, 100, 200 years after Jesus allegedly existed. If he did all these miracles, granted that people were illiterate back then, but couldn't you have painted at least one painting or mural of all the miracles he did? Nothing, when he was allegedly alive. And this is just my own opinion, not trying to convince anyone of anything. But the Jesus character in the Bible was based on a real Jesus who was a rebel, and and Constantine, Pope Constantine, not Pope Constantine. He was behind the whole Council of Nicaea, and they added all these supernatural things that Jesus would do. And one of the things they said was forgive, because Constantine killed his way all the way into to the top of the power, and that's how he became in power. And he felt a little guilty about all the shit he did to so many people, and so this Jesus forgave him. Now, I could go on and on about stories in the Bible, but that's not what this is about. This is about starseeds and our human origins. Some people say Jesus was a Pleiadian, and it's fascinating. I honor everyone's belief. On whether you believe in him or whether you don't, it doesn't change my opinion, and it shouldn't change yours. You believe what makes you feel comfortable and good, which brings you solace. But what I can tell you is that we are exiting the age of Pisces, which is the age of Jesus. The two fish represent Jesus feeding the masses, and we're entering in the age of Aquarius, and we are in there. And that's so we're basically saying goodbye to Jesus and into a whole new level of spirituality, in my belief, and that's where we're at.
Yeah. I'm just including everybody and putting the comments in for everybody else listening to see. So because people are typing away, and I think it's lovely that their comments are being seen.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to. Oh, and thank you for the donation, Lise. We appreciate that.
Oh, thank you, Lise. It means a lot to us. It does. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll do that. I'll post it on my Facebook page and on the Telegram page. It's almost like a mantra, a repetitive meditation. You just listen to while you're going to sleep, and let it subconsciously sink in. All the codons in my DNA are now open. I can do anything, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Jesus equals Venetian.
Venusian. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, more of Mrs. Global Predictions. I know. Maybe we'll do one sometime.
Yeah, maybe Allie will do one sometime.
Oh, Greg.
I don't have my cards here right now. They're in the other room where I did global predictions. I'm doing, as you notice, I have a new background. It's not really new. I'm just doing this show from my bedroom because I have an air conditioner right over there, and it's a lot cooler in here. I'm not sweating.
That's good. You've got to be comfortable, my love.
Yeah, maybe that's why I look tired, because I'm slightly leaning back. I've got pillows behind me, so I don't know.
Jesus was a hybrid. There we go. Maybe. Yeah, he was married and had children.
I'm not going to tell anyone you're wrong, whatever your belief is. Yeah.
So I should have ordered that flute like you a long time ago. I know it. Playing an instrument does give you peace, doesn't it? It's good for the soul, I
Yeah.
think.
I think what I think a lot of us are unified on our thoughts on organized religion, and that you know it, it's all about subservience, control, and conformity. It's the same template as every government. There's something not right with organized religion, but once again, I'm not saying everybody, because I know we do have Christian followers as well, but I do believe that this incarnation is the incarnation we move away from religion. And this is one of our challenges as a global collective, is to move beyond religion, as we've seen with the age of Pisces.
Yeah. So Susie said, when the solar flash or flashes come, I believe that all of our junk DNA will be activated.
I hope so, Susie.
See that?
We'll talk more about that next week on next week's show, the cosmic wild cards and what could possibly trigger it. Definitely talk about that.
Yeah.
What else is going on here?
Yeah, I'm loving some of the comments. You guys are amazing.
And you're spot on, Patrice. A lot of people, because Aquarius is the water bearer.
Yeah.
You'd think it's a water sign, but it's actually an air sign. It makes, and if you think about water, what is water? H2O, oxygen, air. I know, air. A lot of air. Don't say hot air.
What do you guys believe that you are? What star nation do you feel that you're from?
Lyra.
There was a quiz that you could do that actually told you some of these.
I have one on In5D. I don't have the link in front of me, but and this is how I know that at least one of my star nations is Lyra. They say that people with red hair and blue eyes are from Lyra, and they call that the birthplace of humanity. My father has red hair, blue eyes, so I think that was my clue. Everybody in my family, my mom and my sisters, all had red hair. I'm the only one that didn't. My sisters would tease me that I was adopted because I didn't have red hair, and I believed them. I cried myself to sleep for years.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's funny looking back at, but yeah, it was horrible back then.
I bet they feel bad.
Yeah, my parents were pissed. They didn't know about it until I told them like 10, 15 years ago as an adult. They had no idea that my sisters carried that on for so long. But yeah, that's where I think. Where are you from? Where do you think you're from, my love?
Pleiades just gets me. I resonate with that.
I think I have a connection there as well. Definitely.
Yeah. So have a look at Sky Safari. It shows the positioning of the stars, planets, meteor showers, asteroids, and comets. Okay. Thank you, Kathy.
Yeah, thank you. Cat.
Wouldn't it be super to access Looking Glass to view the actual events of the past and beyond? Oh, yeah. That would be some... I wish they'd do a film on the Looking Glass, call it the Looking Glass, and see how that fits into an actual film.
Yeah, that'd be fascinating. It's my belief that when we get to that point in time, once we transition dimensions, I think that we're going to be able to witness those kind of things. And we'll talk more about this next week, but we'll be able to witness more of those kind of things as an observer. For example, you could see a Beatles concert. You could be right there for the Beatles, or to witness your own birth as an observer. You can't interact, you can't change anything, but you can feel all that energy and see everything that's going on.
Mhm.
That's some answers there, Lyra, as well, for sharing.
Okay.
Right on. Okay.
Arcturian and 2 implants just below ears, I've been told.
And that's Sarah Randall, too, Arcturian.
I don't know much about these, so if you've got any information that you can educate me on, please
Edgar
let me know.
Casey talked about Arcturus as well, which I found interesting.
What were these people like?
Dark hair and green eyes. Why wait, Gregg?
Mm,
That is now, right?
yeah,
The now.
it's true.
Pleiadian, then Lemurian. All right.
Okay.
Well, you don't necessarily have to believe in the quizzes, but it might give you some inner feeling or inspiration, or just a knowing that resonates with one specific question or thought that might help you understand a little bit more.
Sometimes they're just triggers, aren't they? You either go, yes, that feels right, or no, that doesn't feel right. I feel I'm this. And it just helps you set it out.
Susie with the redheads. Yep. Yep. Hey. Mixed race. They were an Arcturian and Pleiadian. Linda.
Okay. Nice. What you reading? You're concentrating.
No, I'm just going through and looking at the comments. Like, here's one um, from Sharon. I had an Akashic reading, and it showed I was originated in Lyra and then went on to the Pleiades after Lyra was destroyed. I interviewed this woman. Her name is Lavendar.
Oh.
On In5D radio. And she
her
said,
real name?
Huh? Yeah,
Her real name?
Well, it's not Lavender, it's Lavendar, DAR. But yeah, well, that's the name she goes by. But she said that what you need to do is look at your birth chart, and if you have anything from, I think it's like 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, and 24 degrees, those are Pleiadian signs that you have Pleiadian within you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that might help someone there if you can get a hold of your birth chart with all the degrees listed on it.
Maybe I could do a meditation to help trigger it, to help it along. Maybe.
Now think about it. So I'm Russian, Polish, Spanish, and Italian. 4 different star nations, right? My ex-wife, it was 7 different ones that I'm not. So which means my daughter Brittany is 11, a combination of 11 different star nations. I mean, this is what makes our planet the galactic royalty of DNA, because we're sharing all these star nations' DNA, although we can't fully tap into it because our codons are limited. We only have 20 of the 64 turned on, at least right now. We're working on that, but we are the galactic royalty of DNA for this universe, I would imagine, because no one else has all of this galactic DNA that we all have.
I wonder if super soldiers are just humans that have had all the codons turned on.
Oh, good point. Yeah, that's a. I wonder if they have figured out how to turn on all the codons.
My feeling is yes.
But I'm also wondering if there are codons that are intentionally turned off because they're not beneficial. And that's why I say in my mantra, I ask that all the beneficial codons in my DNA be turned
Yes.
on so I can help myself and humanity in humanity's best interests. So,
Yeah.
yeah, if you could turn on all of the codons in your DNA, and if they were beneficial, all of them, you could do anything. Absolutely anything.
Which ones wouldn't be? I mean, what? How would we? What? Doing bad things? Could some codons make us do bad things? Or
Well, not necessarily bad things, but it might be more health wise. Like there might be certain toxins. I mean, for example, okay, we can live on this planet because we breathe the air here, but the air here might be toxic to 99% of other life forms. So if you shut off that codon, it allows us to be able to breathe that air. That's just an example. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's a possibility of something why a specific codon might be turned off.
yeah.
We are galactic royalty. Yeah, and that's why they're up above as well. They're overseeing their family, and they understand this galactic experiment as well. That yeah, okay, well they're looking down at me right now. We'll say, for example, and there's my star family from whoever planted us here in Russia, Poland, Spain, and Italy. They're all they got their own ships, but they're all saying, hey, this is one galactic party here. We're all family now because we're tied together with through Gregg, as are whatever lineages you guys are as well.
Thank you for all your comments. Keep coming in. We're loving the chat as well. This is all very good.
You're
Enjoying
welcome,
that.
Lisa. Yeah, that's pretty fascinating information. You can find out more on that. There's a on the In5D YouTube channel. You can find the interview I did with Lavendar on In5D Radio, and it's on in5d.com.
And you link all of that in here.
Not right now.
Oh,
It would take
okay.
forever to look it all up.
Oh, I
There's
see.
information out there. We got 6,000 articles on In5D.
But
I
do
know
you know
there's a search.
what would be really good is before we do this particular show is to try and search through and grab them out. I don't mind trying to help with that.
Anticipate. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I could do is I can link them on the YouTube video below in the more info section or on the first comment and pin it. I could do that. Yeah. It's a fascinating topic though. Because
I know this may sound weird,
definitely
but
from Adam and Eve.
yeah, no. Yeah, but was there an Adam and Eve? You see, I don't believe that all the stories are wrong. I do believe that there probably was an Adam and Eve. And some of the other Bible stories. I do believe that there's some truth in some of it, but not in the original, not in that they made man. Just that maybe there was temptation and things like that. Something. A lesson was learned there.
There's too much that I disagree with, like Noah's Ark. I don't believe that.
Oh no.
The Ten Commandments were stolen from the Egyptian Book of the Dead and reworded, so I don't believe that.
A lot of the stories were all very similar in different religions, so.
But I do, things I do appreciate. Number one, it's a wonderful story. Like Jordan Maxwell says, it's the greatest story ever told. It's told in perfect astrotheological order, where you have like the golden calf representing the age of Taurus. You have the blowing on the ram's horn. The age of Aries, Jesus feeding the masses with 2 fish. Pisces, and when Jesus said, follow the man bearing the pitcher of water. Aquarius, where we're at right now, it tells an amazing story. And you also have incredible parables and morals and stuff like that. I understand there's a lot of good things in the Bible, but there's also a lot of contradictions. And if it wasn't based on the truth, if it was intended to be a story, I understand. But to take it literally as the truth, when it wasn't a literal story, that's kind of deceiving. I don't know. But who am I to say?
Some of them can be mixed with, some truth and some not. Some things happened. It's all about the evolving of consciousness. And back then, there was no people didn't honor other human beings. They'd stone people for dressing the wrong way, or answering back, or cutting someone's hand off for stealing. And there was this person came along who spiritually was very evolved and taught people that life is precious and we should love thy neighbor and things like that. So Dolores Cannon talks about that every now and again, spirit, the gods used to let somebody come to teach them the next phase of evolution. And so it's like when they came and taught them how to light fires, that was going to speed things up, and she also said that this earth has got to certain stages before, and then because the naughty humans have done, got carried away with things, it kind of wiped out and it all started again. I mean, there's so much to it. The mud slides and things like that. There's so many different topics we can talk about. But look, Dolores did say that when they said about the atomic energy, that was never supposed to be a weapon, she said, and they used it as that. I don't know much about atomic stuff, so you'll have to forgive me. That's just what I heard her say in one of her talks. And so I do believe that they do every now and again come here, and maybe Jesus was one of those. They were here to speed up the process of consciousness.
According to Dolores, she said that once the atomic bomb was dropped, they tried to figure out a way to send help down here, and that's where they came in with volunteer souls that came in, that volunteered to come in to help Earth in its progression. And a lot of us have volunteered to come here and to help out in any way we can. I know I had to, and Allie kicked me down the incarnation tunnel and yelled, "Sucker! See you in 12 years."
Yeah. I know. I had to make it difficult, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Good luck finding me.
Some of the things I had, I did a reading for somebody this week, and she said, "Can I cancel some contracts? I can't take any more." This lady said, I just can't take any more. And I asked my guides and I asked my pendulum, and it did say yes. You can do that. You can say, I'm that close to saying I'm breaking my contract to do with my health because I'm done.
When I did a video, AI speaks to In5D, and one of the questions I asked was, "Can you fire your guides?" Nope.
They said no.
No, you can't.
Well, you can, but they linger about and come back later on. They just go, all right then. Because that's what happened to me. I went, that's it, I've had enough, I'm firing you lot. And they just take it as a bit of a joke. And then they say, can we come back now? Because one of my guides is my dad. But what they can do is you can ask for somebody higher. It's a bit like complaining to the manager when you've got the floor assistant there. And it's like, you're not answering my questions. You are not helping me. Go and get somebody else. So that's kind of like firing that person and saying, you stand back there and just bring in someone else. But it's not just one guide. You've got kind of at least seven, my guys have said, at least 7 at any time available to you at an instant. If you're healing, you'll have a healing guide. Anything to do with history and knowledge, you'll have that. To do with, compassion, you'll have one there. So there's all different guides doing all different things.
Like laughing at us right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. Fire us. Go for it.
Have a go then. But you do have some mischievous guides trying to look as if they're your guides. Those can be ejected out. But the secret is we've got to recognize when they try and come back in and say, no, you're trying to come back in again. F off. It's an energy and a frequency, and it's getting to know that frequency. The simple way of understanding whether your guides are pure and whether or not they are on your side is they won't put you through anxiety, pain. It's love. It's love vibration. It's compassion. If you're going through something, your guides will be so there for you. All right. Yes, they can kick you up the arse and give you that push that you need, but it's always on a love vibration. If you haven't got that, then they are not a true guide. This is just my opinion, just what my guides tell me. And when other spirit persons come through and you get them effing and blinding, and there might have been kind of like a Cockney geezer, they still come through with that personality, but they don't have aggression. There's no aggression there, even if they were an aggressive person on the earth plane, because they've then got the knowledge and the understanding of that was your role in this game of life, in this time round, but you've gone back to source now. So you are not that person, but you still need to come across as that person so people can recognize you. You can't have somebody who's a Cockney geezer then come through and go, well, hello. You go, that's not my Uncle Charlie. He wasn't like that at all. So, but they don't come through as being aggressive or nasty.
It makes me wonder how many times that we get to that point where you want to fire your guides, but you're on the precipice of some major event that's going to benefit you and your progression, your soul's progression. And you feel like giving up, but you're almost there about learning something incredible that you agreed to come here to learn. And when you're on the other side of the veil, you're thinking, oh, I can get through this. But you forgot how difficult some of these life lessons are.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, Martel, I believe that our guides are our friends, and we pick before we come down. I've had a vision of this, and I've put people into that state of mind. I've said, right, close your eyes, because when they say they feel alone, they feel as if their guides have deserted them and they've got no help whatsoever. They're feeling very alone. I say, just close your eyes. We can do it now if you want. Just close your eyes and ask your team to fill up the room that you're in and feel, and in your mind visualize just how many people are there. It's massive. It's massive.
I've been told.
We forget to ask. We just forget to ask.
I've been told by 2 different psychics that I have one of the largest posses they've ever seen of support behind me. That, like an army, thousands of armies of
That
support.
doesn't surprise me because of what your job was on this earth plane. How many people has In5D awakened?
A lot, millions.
And how many people in the posse have written articles via other people, been sent to you? So that doesn't surprise me at all. But just so that you guys, everybody's watching this, you guys have all of that help, but we forget to ask. We can ask for the smallest thing like a parking space, or we can ask a big thing like we need a new home. But what you've got to do is meet them halfway. And people say, is my guy going to come? Is my girl going to come? You know, it's like, what are you doing to meet them halfway? Well, I'm sitting at home. Okay. Are you online at all? No. So how is your guy or girl going to find you then? You've got to be able to meet them halfway. Get yourself out there or do something that would get you known, or so that it's like, hello, I'm over here. That's something I was going to think of. You know, we've got lots of single people in In5D. Could we, you know, there's people that do intros before our video starts, when our video ends. We could have faces of single people, and it's saying, meet me, I'm single, I lived blah blah, maybe an age if you like, and meet me on In5D Love Connections. This is my name on In5D Love Connections.
I love that idea.
Do you think? Because we could give it a little nudge.
You never know. I mean, and don't rule out that the person's not from your state or country.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this goddess. She had to stalk me in my dreams to find me, but
We waited 10 years. Okay. We waited 10 years. So when you say when, we waited 10 years. But 10 years ago, when we met, when I first came to Gregg, we was not ready. We was not ready spiritually. We was not ready emotionally.
it's longer than 10 years.
Evolved enough to have the relationship that we have. There would be too much insecurity on my part, you know, having Gregg live all that way away, and my need, you know, to have somebody with me physically. I wouldn't have been able to cope with a long distance relationship back then. You know, there was loads of other things, and we also had to have several other relationships to learn the lessons that we had to learn within that 10 years, and so did Gregg. And so, yeah, you know, we kind of go, so it's a good idea to think about your perfect partner. So that's the perfect partner that you need right now, not necessarily the perfect partner forever. So that's when I always, when I do readings, I'm not talking about me and you. When I do readings, I say, and someone says, where's my, I always say perfect partner. That could be a twin flame. It could be a soulmate, but it may not be. It may be the next person that you need to catapult you towards being ready for that twin flame.
That's well said. Yeah. Kind of, I don't want to use the word placeholder because it's kind of cold, but
yeah.
But you're going to learn something out of those relationships as well. In the meanwhile, and that person will come and find you. She did. She stalked me.
And all I did was I said, before I went to sleep, there's a long version of this, but basically it was, I said, thank you, universe, for my perfect partner. We love each other. Make sure you say we. We love each other unconditionally. He's perfect for me in every way possible, and let it be done that it harm no one, because you have to add that on the end of it. You don't want to take somebody else's person, do you? And so you then blow the candle out and you just go to sleep, and the energy can draw you two together.
Well, I think you got kind of said, "Fuck it." I know his vibrational frequency. I'm going to find him and stalk him in his dream. That's what you said.
That's what it did at, but I didn't know I could do that. I had no idea I was doing that.
And it worked out perfectly because I remember my dreams and you tend
God,
not to.
wouldn't have been the other way around.
Yeah.
So Lorraine said, good idea. Yay. Sarah never had a perfect partner. Twin flame reunion was a nightmare. It might not have been a real twin flame union. I'm just going to say that. Yeah.
It could have been, but that might have been part of the agreement.
Maybe. So some relationships may have started in another lifetime, need to be concluded that we can move on. Yes. And we've also signed contracts to say that we need to mend a soul agreement between two people. And that's why we have to sometimes be in a crappy relationship. I've been in some nightmare ones.
But they all led to us being together.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Same
So
here, Linda.
if you are interested in that, send me or Greg your photograph and send us your name on Facebook Love Connections. Okay, send us whatever title you are. So if that's your Facebook or something, so that people can find you. Okay. So yeah, I'm happy to do that.
Okay, well, we're wrapping up right now. We've been on for an hour, 17 minutes, and 28 seconds.
Okay.
Our hour is done, but we want to thank you all for joining us. Is there anything else you'd like to add, my love, before we sign off?
Yeah, psychic development. If anybody wants to have a go at remote viewing, that is Thursday, the 11th of September. Okay, and that is 6:30 p.m. UK, 1:30 p.m. Eastern, 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. It's £5, which works out $6.50. If you want to register, go to the website and there's a make a payment button. And you just write me a note and I will send you the Zoom code and all of the details. Okay, so if you want to have a go at remote viewing and other things, please reach out. And the sale is still on. $25 for 30 minutes, which works out £20. $50 for 1 hour, £40. At the moment, I'm keeping it going, make the most of it. I don't know if I'm going to put it up or if I'm going to keep it that way, but yeah, just let it. Yeah, I know. I've got your payment, Patrice. I have.
And she's the best.
I'm pretty good at predictions. Okay, so if you want a prediction reading, like future predictions, so this is going to happen beginning, middle, and end of each month. Sometimes some speed up, some slow down, but the timeline is there. I love doing readings like that, and questions, chuck questions at me. I like that too.
Here's a future prediction. I predict that we'll be madly in love with each other forever.
Yeah, that's a definite. That's a definite, my love.
Well, we're going to wrap it up there.
What have you got going on?
Nothing. Not a thing.
All right, we don't.
No.
It doesn't. No.
Nothing. You guys know. In5D.vip.com.net. Check it out. On behalf of the hottest goddess, my hottest goddess, the love of my life, Mrs. Prescott, the lovely, sexy, vivacious, funny, gorgeous love of my life, Allie. I'm Gregg, and we're both sending you all infinite love and light from our hearts to yours. Until the next time, take care, everyone. Peace!
Go Chiefs!
Indeed! And they lost their first game anyway. Take care, everyone.
Oh, no.
Ciao!
Oh.